Before we start, I'm just going to rearrange it because that is my pet hate. When all your clubs are in the wrong slot. I mean, I've not got OCD, but that is borderline annoying when people put your clubs back in different departments.
Quick question.
Yeah?
Who put your clubs back the wrong way? Because I don't see anybody else that's around here other than you.
I was blaming you because we
you?
vlogged yesterday, but it probably was me, to be fair, just shoving them in. When I'm not playing too well, they just go all over the place, but I can't do a what's in the bag, Dan, without them being in their correct position.
And can't do a what's in the bag without a cameraman.
Exactly, here's my cameraman. So we are doing a what's in the bag today. We've done one previously at the start of the year. There has been a few changes, a few clubs that have come in that are new, and a few returning relics that I think will excite you as much as they excite me, that they are actually back in the bag for the summer. I'm going to start at the bottom of the bag, and I'm starting in the scoring section. It doesn't really matter what wedges I carry, to be honest, because most of the time when I'm chipping and pitching, it just, you know what happens, it's not great. But we've got the Cleveland CBX4, and this club went in the bag when I was having issues chipping, mainly because it's got a massive sole on it. It's a cast head, so it's a massive head, oversized. It's very different to anything I've used before. I've always used sort of your traditional wedges, but just that extra bounce. It's got 12 degrees of bounce with 58 degrees of loft, and it's mainly sort of a chipping club. I like it in the bunkers as well. The only issue I have with it is when I hit it fully, it doesn't go very far, but I probably only get sort of 90 yards out of that, whereas before when I had a 58 I was getting slightly more distance, so I might have to change this at some stage. My second specialist wedge is an old one. This has been in my bag for sort of 3-4 years since they came out. SM7, so quite a few generations back, in the sort of black finish, which I love, just makes it look a little bit smaller, and that's sort of a trend through the bag. It's 54 degrees of loft, it's got 14 degrees of bounce, and it's in the F grind. It's quite battered, it's quite worn, there's a few marks on it. But what I like about it, we've got a little bit of personalisation. It says cack-handed. I used to chip cack-handed. Shaft's quite interesting as well. It's the Rainbow 120 KBS, an American shaft. I picked it up at sub 70 and I reshafted my club or my wedge with that shaft. Very heavy, that shaft. That's my second specialist wedge. And my final wedge is a sub 70 wedge. So we're keeping sort of 4 degrees between each specialist wedge, so we've got 50, 54, 58. It's the JB version. I think he was the guy that designed it. I can't remember his name. You'll have to look back at a previous video. Little bit of customization as well. They do that, bit of lasering. It's got the West Ham badge on there as well. 50 degrees of loft, like I said. It's a forged club head. Doesn't say what the bounce is. I don't think they did very many different bounces. I think it was just a standard bounce. Black shaft, I'm not even sure what shaft that is. I presume it's a KBS. That was fitted by sub 70 as well. So iron wise, we've gone a little bit, not traditional irons, it's a little bit different, a bit Bryson inspired, I guess you'd say. And I have got the King Forge Tech Cobra irons in a 1 length version. So every single shaft is 7 iron length, and we go from pitching wedge right the way up to 4 iron. It's also in the darkened finish as well. I like the dark finish. Again, it just takes a little bit of the glare of the sun off, but it just, for me personally, I don't know what other people think at home, and maybe hit it in the comment section, but being a dark finish, it seems smaller. It makes the head appear smaller to me, and it is a slightly bigger head than what I'm used to. I've always used traditionally like a bladed iron, but just a bit more forgiving, but it's in the 1 length because I wanted to try and get a consistent swing with my irons, and I thought keeping 1 length, we're taking a variable out of the actual iron. What might surprise you is we've actually got a regular shaft in my irons, and main reason for that is when I was playing my best golf, I was using regular shafts, a regular steel shaft in my irons. I felt my flight has gone a little bit low recently, so I wanted to get something that was popping it up in the air a little bit more, and I feel like with this shaft we get a little bit better flight. Although I'm really enjoying playing with these irons at the moment, the 4 and 5 iron, the flight is again a little bit low, so I may at some stage switch back. I do have a rescue hybrid club that may go in the bag, and I may take the 4-iron out, but at the moment, the way the ground conditions are, it's very hard. We've not had much rain. I'm just keeping the 4-iron in for that lower flight, but we may put a more lofted rescue club in at some stage. And I know that this will excite Dan, it excites me, and it probably excite you back at home. The 2-iron is back. I bought this one. Well, I don't even know if I bought it. I think I acquired it off Dan's dad, Chris, and I think Paul had something to do with it as well. He's been claiming rights to it and saying I owe him 20 quid or 25 quid. I probably didn't even pay for it, to be honest. Your dad was quite generous, but it was his, and this is the one I run back to, particularly in the summer. It's the most ugliest looking club you've ever seen. It's got no ferrule on it. It's got loads of offset. It's got loads of this weighting. The top line is horrible as well. There's nothing to like about it other than it's my favourite club and just absolutely love it. I've got no idea what shaft it is. It might be a ZZ65. It might be just their stiff shaft. I've got absolutely no idea what's on it at all. But it works really well and I love it. So underneath the West Ham head cover, which I will replace, it's looking a little bit tired and a bit tatty, a bit like me. We have got the Ping G430, but this is the bomber. It goes probably too far. It probably shouldn't even be in my bag, but I absolutely love it. Can hit it off the tee, can hit it off the fairway. I shape it right to left, which I love, but it goes too far. I've got it set exactly on 5 wood, 18 degrees of loft. It's just got your bog standard stiff shaft, stock shaft that Ping produce in the Tour 2.0. Nothing special about that. Harry fitted me for it, but yeah, absolutely love it. A lighter shaft than I've got in my driver, but it seems to work really well. Here's a new addition to the bag over the last couple of weeks. So under the personalised head cover, which is quite nice. Clink Golf made me that one a few years ago. Again, if they want to make me another one, it'd be much appreciated. We have got, and this might shock a few people, we've ran back to the King Cobra F8 driver. It's not in great condition. I don't know why I ever changed it, to be honest. You see something new and shiny, you get all excited, you pop it in the bag, it works for a couple of weeks, but I've run back to this. It's a high spinning version, so it's not, they did a plus, I think, sort of 6-7 years ago, but this is just a standard head. I've got it set 10.5 degrees of loft. The Tour ADD I6 in an X, I think, although all the writing has now been removed from the bag rub, but it's a really, really good shaft. It's the black version of the one that Spieth uses in the orange shaft, but absolutely love that driver, and I've run back to it, and it certainly seems to improve my golf again. Got all the weight at the back, so the bigger weight port, or bigger weight in the back of it, which I think is, again, you can't even see what it is. I'm presuming it's 12 grams, and I can see it's 2 grams in the heel of the golf club. But yeah, I've run back to that one, so that's going to stay in the bag now for a few months, hopefully. I've realised over the years, it's not my putting that's the problem, it's the size of the hole. And this, I'm going to move to France with all the holes of this size. Anyone who's watched any of my vlogs recently will notice that I've chopped and changed with the putters and haven't found one that I've settled on. And the current one at the moment that seems to be finding its way in the bag most often, underneath the Golf Punk head cover, is a Golf Punk putter, Bryson DeChambeau inspired. If you haven't seen the video, then go and check the video out. I will put the link of that video in this video. Very upright, which I like, so I'm trying to make a very much square to square stroke, trying to take away the movement, you know, which I tend to do. I tend to wave this club around like a magic wand, but we've got a really funny grip configuration, is that the word? Maybe, the way the grip's on. It's on back to front, so we've actually got the rounded side facing the target, which I just like the feel of. It's different. I know Bryson messes around and changes that around quite often. He's had it the traditional way, he's had it on the side, but I've gone the other way, and I actually like it with a rounded bit into my hand. I don't know why. I might change it around at some stage. I think it's 40.5 inches, so it just goes below the crease in my arm, so when you're anchoring it is legal. Like I said, very upright, 6 degrees aloft, because with the way that you use it, you press the hands forward, the club face then gets de-lofted. Any less loft, you hit the ball straight into the ground. So that's the putter at the moment that's staying in the bag. If you are interested in further helping the channel, then here are some options available. Thanks for watching. You can't have a what's in the bag without mentioning the bag. And this is the bag, and it's the sun mountain bag. Honest reason I bought it, it was in the sale. I wanted a cheap golf bag. I wanted one that didn't have loads of labels on, because nobody pays me to use their bag or any other equipment in here, and why would they? But the best thing about it is I was able to logo the bag up. So I got a logo printed online. My girlfriend sewed that on. You couldn't tell it's sun mountain, that's why I like it. It's quite a heavy bag though. It's the only issue compared to my other bag. But it's their bog standard carry bag. You have the option as well, if you want, you can put it onto the trolley. It does everything that you'd want. It's got enough pockets to be able to put everything in there that you need, whether you trolley it or carry it. And that's going to be my bag until it falls apart, probably in about 6 months' time. Got the logo in, Dan?
Got it.
Yeah, cool. Rangefinder wise, we're using a Shot Scope 1, the Pro LX, which I think you gifted me that one. I'm not sure if they sent it to you to give to me, but anyway, that's staying in the bag. A decent rangefinder. I've sort of used watches over the last couple of years, but I always forget to charge them. So that for me is perfect. You just change the battery once a year. Don't have to think about it. Does the job, works in all weathers, and that's the rangefinder for the year. So this is the section where we've had a massive upgrade, which I can't actually find it. Always know where you put your stuff. Nope, still can't find it. Might be in here. Oh, here we go. Here's the tea bag. This is where we've had a massive upgrade. Look, new ball markers for the year. Look at that, nice, isn't it? You like that? Logoed up. I think if you're going to be a golfer and a YouTuber, you've got to have your own ball marker. It's the most important thing in golf. Glove wise, we have literally lots of different ones. Generally we go for leather. I keep loads of them in my bag, and you might wonder why. I always wear a leather glove. I can't stand the rain grip gloves, so if it rains I pull out all these old mouldy disgusting gloves and I just go through them. So I might even use one a hold. I've probably got about 25 gloves in here. There's more, look. So there's no particular make. I've been trying out this PXG one, which I don't know where it's gone, which I do like, but we've got PGA Tour ones, we've got Ping ones, we've got Srixon ones, we've got FootJoy ones, we've got all sorts. Small size as well, small hands.
And a Snickers wrapper.
Yeah, that must be someone must have put that in my bag, because being an athlete, I would never touch chocolate. Drinks bottle wise, we've got the West Ham drinks bottle available from the West Ham store. And what we've been doing this year as well, I don't know if anyone else is doing this, but we've been adding vitamin C tablets to the water. Not had a cold all year, Dan, so I'd highly recommend that. Ball wise, I've searched high and low. I've tried out loads of different golf balls, but the one that seems to work for me, which is not a good thing either, because it's the most expensive ball on the market, but you get what you pay for, and that's the Titleist Pro V1X. Ball I've used for 15 years since it first came out. I just haven't found anything better. I've tried to find something better than cheaper, but that'll be my ball until I run out. Pro V1X.
The logo on.
It's almost like he was watching the what's in the bag, but Graham just provided me with a golf ball. So the golf ball of choice this year now is, until I lose them all, the Srixon soft feel with the golf club we're playing on's logo on, and also the hotel as well. Look at that. So we might be using that today. Anyway, probably bored you enough. Can't afford Dan anymore on the camera. Remember, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, like this video and comment below. All comments are answered. Thanks for watching.